Today, we're talking about that New York versus Indiana game. And let me just say, the refereeing was a joke. It wasn't even just bad. It was one of the worst refereed games I've seen in a long time. You've got Sophie Cunningham posting about it on TikTok. Seriously, is this real? She needs to make another TikTok trashing the refs. But wait, that's not the TikTok I'm talking about. Sorry about that. Stephanie White was talking to the referees. And honestly, while I'm not convinced she's doing a great job coaching the Fever, she's been solid with the media. However, let's talk about Caitlin Clark. She was fouled about 4 times before the ball was stripped cleanly. Now, it's okay to miss calls sometimes if you're calling things both ways, but the Fever got called for touch fouls while New York got away with much worse. There was a 31 free throw discrepancy, and it's even more ridiculous when you consider the Fever were attacking the rim, not just chucking threes. The lack of respect for this team is unbelievable. It's disappointing that the refs aren't calling things both ways, but we can't let it consume us. We've got to control what we can control. At times, our execution in the late game was good, especially in the fourth quarter, but we still failed to recognize mismatches. Aaliyah Boston had so many opportunities, but the only person passing her the ball was Kelsey Mitchell on a drive. Caitlin Clark would pass her the ball down low, but then they took the ball out of Caitlin's hands. That's a coaching mistake. Honestly, Stephanie White's game plan for Caitlin Clark was a disaster. She didn't do anything to address it. The Fever had a chance to win, but they couldn't capitalize. And let's talk about the calls in the game. Natasha Cloud literally fouled Caitlin Clark, and the refs missed it. If that call had been made, Caitlin would have gone to the line and had a chance to win the game. But instead, they let it go. It's also funny seeing Caitlin Clark get so much hate, especially from the anti-Caitlin crowd. These same people were the ones who demanded an investigation over a dolphin noise. It's just ridiculous. After the game, Caitlin was clearly upset, and the refs didn't do her any favors. She's been getting hacked for 3 games in a row now. They keep allowing the same thing to happen, and it's costing the Fever. The refs have made it clear. The way to beat the Fever is to hack them, especially late in the game. Stephanie White is not getting a pass here either. The inbounds play was awful. Twice now, Caitlin gets the ball with no pressure, and that's a coaching issue. The Fever had a 12 lead, but then Natasha Howard went on the floor and was directly at fault for consecutive baskets. The Fever should have won this game. They were the better team, but the refs in bad coaching decisions handed the game to New York. If Caitlin Clark had run the point for 40 minutes like she did last year, they would have won by 20 points. But instead, the game ended with bad calls, bad coaching, and the refs deciding the game. The Fever were robbed.